Hello everyone, welcome to Scuffy. I'm so thrilled to have finished this. Labour of love, tell you. But look at how good it goes. It's just a great little boat on the water. Everything about it's so cute, isn't it? So I'm a bit attached to the model. I'm a bit attached to the kind of boat it is, and I've had so much fun building it. I've got two of them now. My previous one is 25 years older and it carries the camera, as you know. But this one is just really sweet. And I wanted to build it step by step by step so that you can follow it. And in the next 7 or so minutes, you're going to see a whole lot of stuff. So let's go. So we begin with the plans, and it's the Finland in case you want to purchase them. They are pretty good. There are some problems with them that we discuss. There's the scale, we work all of that out, we work out the cross sections, do a bit of calculation on the whiteboard, and then we get into it, making the cross sections, making the keel, putting Humpty together, it's very exciting, steaming some timber so that it will fit on the boat, and then putting the prop shaft in, and then I have my young man help me glue the planks on, which are made, interestingly enough, of cardboard. I put the stern on, the bow on, and then put this frame under the hull that's going to hold the rudder. And then we begin the very first step of fiberglassing and bogging, and I actually trimmed that tree back a bit later on. Finalising this rudder component, broke it out of the mould. Gee, all this is so quick. Built a new base for it, and there it is, the new boat. We ploughed on then, and I'm very excited about this. We made a propeller, and I take you through this in detail, how to do this. It's really very exciting, including things like, you know, putting a die over the shaft, getting this shape on the blade perfect, building a jig, doesn't that look good, and then finally silver soldering it. Then we have to think about how to connect the motor. We build a construction to hold the motor and put it in, and we're doing all of this now because there's nothing else on the boat and it's easy to get at. Things like these hawse pipes, things like the rudder. Putting in the top frame, putting together some nice lead weights, testing it out for the very first time in the water, and then we get all of the electronic parts and we're going to make it work. So we build everything. It's all going to come out again, but now we're going to put the top on, and it's all nicely done in plastic and it looks terrific. We're going to plate it now, so I'm plotting where all the plates go, thinking about the superstructure and how that's going to be built. Stole someone's pen to fix the prop shaft up with, thinking about where the plates are going to go and where they're going to overlap, making the plates, riveting the plates, and it's terrifically effective, as you can see. And doesn't the biro look so good in that position? Finishing it all off, building the bow, and the boat's now beginning to look just amazing. Superstructure's on its way, reinforcing the bow. And then we have a bit of a retrospective and we think about what we've done, what else could have been done before moving on and putting all the stanchions in with the bulwarks, building the wheelhouse out of plastic, beginning to put some detail into this, which is going to look really good. I really want to make this wheelhouse fantastic. These are the stabilizers, they've got to be really strong. And now we start doing some of the detail, and a lot of this is extraordinarily fine, but it's not that hard, and gee, it really looks good. Putting the funnel on, making sure the angle is right, all of these things are so important. And then comes the moment when it all changes and goes grey with etch. And we're preparing now for painting. And you can see it's got a waterline. You can see it's beginning to look like Scuffy. Isn't that fantastic? We put the red on. I have a lumber yard here. I'm making the wheel for the wheelhouse. I'm working very hard on this wheelhouse because it's such an important thing to get right. And you even seeing some of the cricket here, but it's the kind of thing that you have to do when you're doing a wheelhouse as tedious as this. You have to do something else at the same time, using the most creatively balanced weights that you can imagine to stick things on, making things like the contraption that the wheel turns to push the chain around the deck. It's now got a top, it's got a light, it's got something to stop the light getting out. I'm making the cowls and designing them up, and they look stunning, I've got to tell you. Fantastic, you couldn't buy them like that. We have to put the chain around the deck that steers the bloody thing. And then it's a chance to have a look at the ballast. How does it look? Does it need any more weight? Now that is a very, very nice contraption, I have to say. That's the machine that pulls the anchors out. We're looking at lights, where they all go, where the circuits go, fastening everything onto the deck. The lights are working, doing the rigging. There it is, guys. Done. Very happy.